The idea is a very simple one, and the Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. To me, the mentality is a really simple one, in the sense that the confidence comes from preparation. When I prepare, I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm comfortable doing, and I know what I'm not comfortable doing. In those moments, if it looks like I'm ice cold or not nervous, it's because I've done it thousands of times before. So what's one more time? It's like that's where the obsessiveness is having attention to detail for the action that you are performing at the time you're performing it. And if you can have that kind of focus, you can't help but to have a certain level of obsession or attention to detail. Important thing to understand is you can't shortchange yourself. Like you're not cheating anybody but yourself. If I felt like I left anything on the table, it would eat away at me. I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror. That's what the mentality means. It means every day, you're trying to become better. The game is absolutely everything. reality is it's all one thing, because it all comes from within. It all comes from within us.
Take from the air, take to the streets, and
And with the 36th pick in the 2013 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Darius Slay, defensive back, Mississippi State.
Now, they had an offensive tackle and a corner need.
To save, I lived less like a workhorse, more like a slave. I thought that one quick moment that was noble or brave would be worth the most of my life. So I pointed my fingers and shouted few quotes I knew, as if something that's written should be taken as true. But every path I had taken and conclusion I drew would put truth back under the knife. And now the only piece of advice that continues to help is anyone that's making anything new only breaks something else.
You know, the passion came from the love for the game. You know, I loved everything about it, like the smell of the ball, you know, the smell of like brand new sneakers, like the sound the ball makes when it hits the ground, the ball going through the net. All those things I love. And so the passion comes from that, because once you have that love, you just want to be a part of this thing all the time. And it's a constant quest. It's an infinite quest.
So I took what I wanted and put it out of my reach. I wanted to pay for my successes with all my defeats. And if heaven was all that was promised to me, why don't
There's life lessons that are within the game, like communication, unselfishness, attention to detail, empathy, and compassion. All those things are in the game. And as an athlete, if we are aware of those things, it helps us become better human beings.
Yes, you can stare into the abyss, but it's staring right back. When my time comes,
I think the greatest fear that we face is ourselves, actually. You know, I think it's not anything that's external or anything that's superficial. I think the greatest fear you face is yourself, because, you know, we all have dreams, and it's very scary sometimes to accept the dream that you have. And it's scarier still to say, okay, I want that. It's scary because you're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself? Being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself.
when my time comes,
For whatever reason, you know, I felt like I didn't feel good about myself if I wasn't doing everything I could to be the best version of myself. my vision of what my goal is changed drastically as I got older. So like as a kid, I said, I want to be the best ever, right? And now you go through your life and everything you do is try to be the best ever, be the best ever, be the best ever. And as you get older, you start understanding that those things are very superficial things, right? And everybody has a different opinion about it. No matter what you do, I can win 20 championships. There's always an opinion on who's the best. Everybody has different opinions. And so I started really kind of understanding maybe that's not the important thing. It became more about how are you inspiring others, right, to find themselves. That is the ultimate championship. Won 5 championships, that's great. Another team won a championship this year. The team's gonna win a championship next year. Those things come and they go. But what stays is how do you use your passion and use that to inspire somebody else to create their passion? And then how can they pass that on to the next person? That is true success. Right? How can you share stories with the rest of the world that challenges them to look internally and to learn things like process and learn how to navigate the sense of self and those things? How can you infuse that into entertainment? So it doesn't mean you have to go out here and do all these crazy things. I have to be like this person or that person. No, what are you comfortable doing? What it is that you want to do with your life? And once you have that, then you try to live it to the best of your ability. It's very simple. You have to dance beautifully in the box that you are comfortable dancing in.